to forget to talk. Can't remember what the moral of that is right now. I shall remember it in a bit. Perhaps there is no moral. Oh, tut tut, child. Everything has a moral, when you can find it. So, why are you here in Duchess? A blasted red queen! She'd have her own head off if it wasn't for the fact you wouldn't be able to cut anyone else's head off. Parenting. I was late. There's more of that too, you mark my words. Well, the game seems to be going a little better now that I'm not in it. And the moral for that is, take care of oneself and have others take one's care as well. I think I understand. Well, one must beware the flamingos and the mustards as they both fight. And the moral for that is, birds of a feather flock together. Only mustard isn't a bird. Quite right, my dear. Oh, what a clear way of putting things. It's a mineral, I think. Yes, of course it is. Why? There's a large mustard mine not 5 minutes from here. And the moral for that is, the more there is of mine, the more there is of yours. Oh, I know now. It's a vegetable, not a mineral at all. Well, of course it is. And the moral for that is, be what you would seem to be. Or, if you like to put it more simply, never imagine not to be otherwise what you would appear to be. Would you have appeared to others in that same way as yourself? Or otherwise? I think I should be able to understand you better than I do. That's nothing to what I could say if I chose. If you could trouble yourself to explain. Don't talk about trouble. I make you a present of everything I say as yet. Fine day, Your Majesty. Now I give you fair warning. Either you or your head must be off. And that will be at about half-time. Make your choice. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. Have you seen the mock turtle yet? No, I don't even know what a mock turtle is. Why do you not mock turtle soup is made from? Never seen
with extras?
Yes, we learned French and music.
And washing?
Certainly not.
Ah! Then yours wasn't a very good school. Now ours had it at the end of the bill. French, music, and washing extra.
Well, you couldn't have wanted it much, living at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, I couldn't afford to learn it. I took only the regular course.
And what was a regular course?
Well, reading and writing, of course. And then different branches of arithmetic, such as ambition, distraction, uglification, and division.
I have never heard of uglification. What's that?
You never heard of uglification?
Nope.
I suppose you know what it means to beautify.
Well, yes, that means make anything prettier.
Then, if you cannot work out what to uglify is, then you really are a simpleton.
What else have you to learn?
There was mystery, both ancient and modern. There was scenography and drawing. The drawing teacher was an old congreel, and he came only once a week. He taught us drawing, stretching, and fainting in coils.
What was that like?
Well, I can't show you now. I'm far too old and
adventures from this morning, if you like. And I can't tell you from yesterday. I was a very different person then.
Well, explain all that.
No explanations. They take such a dreadful amount of time. Adventures first. Well, it all started this morning. I was in the garden, listening to my sister, Elizabeth. She was telling me about that ridiculous story